back in the building. Like I told y'all, man, to the left of me, probably y'all right by now if y'all tuning into these cameras. I said we had something special going on a Friday. My done, everybody done. Y'all gotta learn this done language. Done. I remember running in the Booger like, see, I messed that up already, so we're gonna start this over. I remember running into this man, and this was like, I wanna say like maybe like 96, 97. And I was with a good friend of mine by the name of Jesus. Now I know this is gonna be a little spaced out, but I'm gonna put it together for y'all, man. Jesus said to me, he was like, yo, this guy's the best point guard, yo. You gotta come watch him play. You gotta see what's good with him, whatever. And I'm like, man, ain't no way. I done seen everything I need to see. And he's like, yo, I'm telling you, his name Booger. I'm like, Booger? Ain't nobody that could be good. They gonna call them Booger. He has to have another name or something like. He's like, nah, this my man, this is my son, this is Bugs. So I was like, whatever. I ain't really paying too much attention. I think I want to say like 6, 7 months later, I look on Sports Illustrated, and I think the whole world got a chance to look on Sports Illustrated. And I seen the picture, and I'm like, yo, who is this guy? I think that was at West 4th, I want to say that day when they showed that picture. That picture looked like that's at West 4th or...
No, Tillery Park.
Tillery Park, shout out to Tillery Park. But without further ado, man, I want to make sure we get this right, man. We got street ballers, then we got street ball icons, then we got street ball legends, okay? And I want to make sure everybody set this up, so I want y'all to give me a minute to get this out right, because I had time to think about it. I hear a lot of names float around the city, the guard, Sham Guards, the Kareem Reeves, the Skip the Malous. Some of these names I ain't forgetting. If I forgot you, I'm sorry about that right now. But I hear a lot of these great New York City, shout out to Circus, and I hear a lot of these New York City point guards that have come through. And you know, me being a ball player, I know for a fact where it came from. Right. I don't care how they put it. I don't care what they say. If you tell me that you didn't, in 1996 and 97, you didn't see this man, you didn't see Soul in the Hole, you wasn't running around these streets, then you really don't know what's going on out here in this basketball world. So without further ado, everybody, man, let's get this applause button ready and get this right, man. Mr. Booger Smith is in the building, man. Brooklyn's own, Fort Greene's own Booger's in the building, man. Yeah. Exactly.
Say something, do something. I'm here.
Bugs, what's good, man? How you, man?
Hey, nothing, chilling. How you?
Good, man. Another day, another dollar, man. We at American Dream Radio, man. I want to thank you so much on there for getting here, man. I know this ain't easy. It's New York. It's raining. It's Friday. It's nasty out here. So this is special, brother. Trust me when I tell you. We spoke to Homicide from the Ruckers recently. We spoke to Tyrone Grant, and Homicide used the word. This is an important conversation. So I want to use that right now and have that in the same thing with you, man. I feel like this is so important to have this conversation. I know we was talking off air a little bit about just you're not getting the love I feel like you're supposed to get. And that's why I told you I need you up here. I want you up here, and I wasn't gonna stop till you came up here. So if I'd have had to come to the fort and find you wherever, I was gonna do it. I wasn't gonna let this go, because I wanna make sure we do this right. Like, what you been up to, man? Talk about what you been doing, man. Me and Trev gonna dig at you a little bit, man. I know you fell into construction life a little bit. I'm falling into this radio life a little bit, man. But even before I figure out what you've been up to, I want to know how you feeling 20 years later. Do you know it's been 20 years?
Nah, really, 20 years went fast and stuff. But I'm feeling good and stuff, you know. Happy I'm still here, still living and stuff, you know, and that's about it. Working construction. Shout out to my boss for letting me come in.
Shout out to your boss, man, for that,
on
man.
The payroll.
Don't be like that. Man, the gun language.
Tell me the story how he called and the boss had to prove it.
I said, Booger's still a star. He don't even know he a star yet, man. The Boog, the only person I know that could call and his boss be like, yo, if it's for him, he'll do it. Like, and I said, call my boss with that and see if you wouldn't have seen me today. I can tell you that. So shout out to you for that one, man. Just making sure you're here, man. But we want to do something we call a timeline out here. We'll do that probably closer to the 1 o'clock hour. But we got to do what we do. We want you to sit and be just a part of what we're doing today, man. American Dream. We talk music, sports, and life. So I gotta get your opinion on a few different things. And you was watching NBA this year. You caught the finals and all that.
Yeah, I was watching it a little bit. I caught the finals and stuff.
Who was you cheering for? You go from Cleveland to Golden State?
Golden State.
We done got two people that came in here. Is we ever gonna get a LeBron James Cleveland fan back in here?
It's all good because you're a legend.
So
Golden State,
Yeah, it's all good because you're a legend. You know what I mean? And I know when you look at the NBA now, matter of fact, they don't know that you were one of the people who trained with Michael Jordan and his personal trainer.
Yeah.
You know, tell me how did that go when you got that call like to go with the Chicago Bulls and train with Jordan?
Oh, that wasn't a call like that. That call was, I was on run.
Okay.
Five was looking for me. Conspiracy.
Right.
So I just went to Chicago.
Shout out to the boys. Be good now.
To chill out for a minute and shit.
Oh, you had family out there, right?
No, one cat seen Soul in the Hole from Chicago.
Okay.
And he called the community center, Tonkin Center.
Okay.
And my man was working there, he was looking for me. My man said, yo, give me the number, I'll give it to you. So he gave me the number, I called him. He said, yo, I got a tryout for you for Chicago Bulls.
Right.
So boom, I was like, all right, I'm going to run anyway, so ain't nothing. So I went down there. First I was thinking like, I don't even know him, he probably tried to kill me or something. But when I got down there, this man ain't know nobody. Everywhere we was going, he was mentioning my name. I was like, yo, why you keep telling everybody, nobody care about me, I'm in Chicago. So I realized, he's like, yo, I'm just gonna get you there off you. I gotta use you off you. So all that time he was down there, he was using my name.
Okay.
And so he got me in a training camp.
Right.
But some reason they changed their mind the next day for me to try out and stuff.
Cause they probably figured you was better than Jordan. Cause your handle is crazy.
So they didn't let me in.
Yeah,
I want to hear it. That's what I'm saying.
Your handle was crazy.
Trev, you jump way ahead of us.
I didn't even mean to go there, but
you had to go right into the Chicago.
Yeah, because he a legend, so it went somewhere. I had to get that.
I guess I want to, even rewind that a little bit further than that, man. Like, where's your handle even come from, bro? Like I played basketball my whole life. I've tried everything to improve my handle. I played at D1, played across seas. I've never seen nothing like that. How did you actually get the ball to be so Kyrie Irving, Isaiah Thomas? But I feel like you was before any of these people, so I'm asking the question to all my listeners out there. How you get your handle right? What was you doing growing up?
I used to play with a tennis ball and stuff, dribble with a tennis ball like for an hour and stuff, and play with the basketball. But the handle just came from nowhere, just kept on practicing and stuff. And mine was coming for like, somebody play defense, I would try to get out of position and stuff.
Right.
Instead of me embarrassed, it's not me embarrassing you, it's the position I got to get out to do that. So it takes me throw between your legs. That's getting me out of there. That's not me showing off. That's like a weapon. I use that to get out of there.
I watched it 100 times in person, face to face, on the court a couple times. Like, it's for real. People always ask me this question, like when they talk about the N1 or the Ruckers or something like that. It's like, is it real? Is it really real? And I always say to people, run up on one of them people with that handle and find out how quick it's gonna go through your legs about 3 or 4 times before you even think about it. So it's definitely real, man. But a tennis ball, huh?
Yeah, that's how I got mine.
You see, you better keep that in mind with nephew right there.
Nephew want to play football.
Football?
He's adamant about it.
Word on the street was you was good at football too.
Baseball too, everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
You got to master all that to be. That's why I'm saying I'm the best. I know I was the best, but I never used to brag about it.
Okay.
I never seen nobody do the shit that I do. But you gotta be. It's all that coming baseball, football. You just can't be nice in one sport. I was nice in everything. I had time to play everything.
Okay.
So I didn't want to. Oh, he just nice in basketball. No, I'm bust your ass baseball, football, hustling, whatever.
Like, hold on.
I just everything. I just it's
Was
that
good.
yeah.
Were you always into sports growing up, or was that something that later on happened in life? For me, I didn't get into basketball until I was like 13, 14 years old, later on in life. A little bit later, but was you always into sports, 7, 8, 9 growing up?
Yeah, always. See, baseball was my main sport too, but baseball, I used to come outside too early, go knock on people's door, they ain't up. So I had to get that basketball to play until people start coming out.
You could play ball by yourself.
Yeah, so yeah, I was playing all that and stuff, but baseball was my first sport.
So listen here, man. This what we want to do. Ty, I'm gonna let you throw into some music for a quick little 2 minutes. I want to get my thoughts together a little bit and really get into this man Booger and everything he got going on and what he had going on. But what's your before we go? Hold on, Ty. I know you ready to go. I ain't gonna let this slide. Everybody come and ask certain questions. Give me your top 5 MCs all time. This is a lot of pressure. I need you to look that way too, because the world about to hit us forever. Like, you can't walk away from this. Every guest that I ask for the same question. Give me your top 5 MCs, man.
Music off.
One of my
Let's go.
top 5.
No
I think
order.
I heard him.
No order.
He's my little man. I call him Lugs. His name is Official. He's from Fort Greene.
Okay.
But I go
All
Biggie.
time? You putting them in the all-time list?
Yeah, he in there.
I ain't mad at you.
Biggie, Jay-Z, Jada Kiss.
Got one spot. You got
And my man Mike's son, I like him.
Mike's
Yeah,
son.
he
Mike's
jumped
son?
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike's son.
Shout out to Mike. I know you got some Mike somewhere, some
Hell
Biggie,
yeah.
some. Throw something for my boy Boogs, man. We're gonna come back and I want to dig into this little soul in the whole conversation, man, and sort of figure out how that whole thing came about and how you felt about that a little bit. But American Dream Radio, man, I told y'all we got something special for y'all. Booger in the building, cool ass trash, Mr. Lafayette Party, DJ Fly Tie, King Khalil. Yeah, come on. Grant on the check-in, man. Shout out to my boy King Darnell on the check-in, man. They showing Boogs some love, man. It's definitely, look, see the phone ringing. We ain't even
Good
get
looking
to
for the love, y'all.
We ain't even get to the conversation,
Let's
man. Go ahead, call him, man. Talk to me for a second, man. It was crazy. We cutting mics today.
American Dreams Radio, what's going on, y'all? It's 950 Kev, what's happening?
Yeah,
Kev,
my
what
boy
up?
Kev in the building, 950. What's going on, my guy?
Everything is good. I had to give a call. I know y'all is almost at the end, but I wanted to give a shout. The brother you got right there, man, is a basketball legend, a basketball savant. And,
Thanks a lot,
I
too.
had the pleasure of watching that brother do his thing many years ago. But I wanted to give a call. I wanted to give a question to Booger. Being in New York, point guard, it used to be like this was the hotbed for point guards where, like, I mean, I go back like to the Mark Jacksons, Kenny Hutchinsons, Pearl Washington, guard, sham guard. It was just like that. This was the place where, point guards originated. Doesn't seem that way anymore, and I wanted to kind of touch base and ask you your opinion on the New York point guard. I mean, what's happened to it, and is it more about just environment or people doing other things? I just want to get your opinion on the lost art of New York point guard.
You caught that one, bro?
Yeah. It's because, first of all, people ain't out there in the streets playing ball like they used to and stuff. So, back then we used to be in the park all day, 24/7. And the kids mostly like they on social media all the time. So they just ain't putting the work in. That's the only thing it is. It's still here, it's just they ain't putting no work in.
Nah, I hear you. Well, continued success, man. Great show, fellas. Keep bringing the hits, man. Getting through the day.
Kev, come on. I ain't going to let you slide out of here like that now. You thought you was going to get over this. No. You got on the air. It's too late now, man. You caught any of these trades going on? Did you see Tim Hardaway's son go back to New York?
Well, listen, America's a beautiful place. You can make more than your daddy did. You only been in the league 4 years.
I told you.
I mean, it's the NBA. I mean, it's crazy, but these teams have to spend the money. So nobody's going to New York. They're not. The team is in flux. Kind of the laughing stock of the set because I'm a Knicks fan. But there's no real structure. So. I mean, they know Hardaway. Steve Mills drafted him years ago, or at least part of that draft was that brought him in. So there's a comparability there. So I'm sure Dolan probably just said, well, at least we know the kid. We got to spend the money anyway. But the real craziness is the Otto Porter money, that he's going to go back to Washington and make more than John Wall and Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I seen that they matched the deal. Well, I think Washington's going to have to ante up a couple more dollars in next year, I believe, for Bradley Beal. I know John Wall will be on the contract. So, I mean, it's all interesting stuff. Kev, I want to thank you so much, brother, for calling in and always supporting what we do here over at American Dream Radio, man. We gotta come steal them airwaves at 9:50 one day, man. I think I'm going to call on Saturday or something.
Listen, the door's always open for you fellas, man. I truly appreciate and respect what you do every day. You bring quality conversation and entertainment, so continued success, fellas.
All right, love,
Thanks,
Kev. Appreciate you, man.
Enjoy your day.
Love is love.
Yeah. 950 Lounge on Saturdays, 10 to 1, right here at the Matrix Studios, man. Make sure y'all tune into that. He's a friend to the room and a friend to the American Dream, so I want to make sure we get to that. Bugs, man, I know you got a chance to touch on that New York City point guard stuff for a minute. How you feel about the state of street basketball now? You into it? Are you watching it at all?
No, not really.
I'm not either. Trev said he ain't never going to the Rutgers again.
Yeah, I stopped first of all, it's not the same as it was when you was able to go. I would usually just go for the girls, pause and the sausages, because the food was good. And you know, and you get those night games were the best.
Yeah.
You know, you get to see those stars that you didn't think you ever see. So, and then unfortunately, Greg Marius passed.
Rest
So
in peace,
I
yeah.
know it's not going to be the same as it was. So I just like, I'll catch it on
I'm gonna talk before
Instagram
the
or
summer's
something.
up. I'm gonna get you the one Dykeman record.
I might go to Dykeman, but I'm different. You know, if it's too hot, I stay in the house, man.
We gonna go night
What
game.
about Gersh? They said Gersh.
Gersh is lit
Gersh
right
is
now
good.
too.
Gersh is good.
Where that's at?
It's in Brooklyn.
It's in Brooklyn.
Okay.
That's lit.
East New York area over there. I got you. On that
Don't
day.
worry about it. I can go
Got
through
some family in
Brooklyn.
Brownsville. I know you got some family in Brownsville or something like that. But yeah, we in the building, American Dream Radio, yo. Like I said, man, I want to get back in the Booger and what you got going on, Bug. It's been 20 years. That cover was August the 18th, 1997. We are now approaching, obviously, August of 2017. That marks 20 years. Did you know they were taking that photo shoot that day for the Sports Illustrated, or was that just a random picture they caught?
No, I knew they was taking pictures, but I didn't know it was gonna be on the front cover.
Who did they come and like just say, hey, we taking pictures for Sports Illustrated today, or how'd that work out?
They came and talked to me and said, yo, we want to take pictures of you today. I said, all right. And they're gonna be in Sports Illustrated. And I said, okay.
And then they made the cover on that thing. You must have had a good game. Remember that game? How'd you play that game?
Great.
Okay, I was about to
So
say.
wait, that
You must
cover,
have.
you was actually playing in the game and they taking pictures while you was playing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how many points you scored that game for that cover?
I had what, like 32 that day?
How many assists you had, remember?
Like
I was gonna say, if y'all ever get a chance, man, everybody American Dream Radio, we are here, cool ass Trav, Booger Smith is in the building, Mr. Lafayette Party, DJ Fly Tie, King Khalil is in the building. If you ever get a chance, go look at that cover, Fly Tie.
Yeah, I seen
And
it,
I want
I
you to
seen
look at the referee's face on that cover, because it looks like the ref's supposed to be doing something, but he looks in disbelief about what's going on at that particular moment. And you rarely see a referee while the game is going on. If you just look at the cover of that actual thing, if our engineers in the building, you ever get a chance to pull that thing up, man, you look at the cover, the referee is totally like, it looks as if he's shocked that the whole thing is going on too, man. But I definitely thought that was dope, and I thought that was something for the culture and for the hood. I feel like before, how can I put this? Prior to that cover coming out, as far as street ball is concerned, we had no hope that you could make it from street ball to any level outside of street basketball. And I feel like once that cover hit, it sort of started to, the wave of what we now see, the Skip to Malous, obviously, and some of our other street ballers. But prior to that, it was like street ball didn't associate with the NBA or even across seas. Like it was like street ball was its own entity. I feel like you crossed over that world of saying, okay, you're good enough to play in the street, but you're also good enough to play on a professional level. So did you feel like that cover did that for you, or how did you feel like that cover even was taken?
I didn't even know that cover was that serious. Because street ball and NBA is the same. I don't know why they say street ball, you can't play street ball, you can't play NBA. It's the same thing. The stuff I do, I'm going to do it in NBA because this is the way I got to get out that position. It's not I'm trying to do this. Other people like NYC, they try to do it. That was natural to me. They was doing that to get people, the fans that like them and stuff. They like NYC show off, like the Hollywood Gold tried to ask me to play with them.
Yeah.
And I turned them down because it's like
It's a show.
I do that full court defense. You don't got to clear out myself.
You do it effortlessly.
Yeah. See, like when I went to Rutgers, they all like clear out. Rutgers wasn't my. I ain't like it. It wasn't like how they say it was.
Okay.
Like, oh, this is the tournament. Rutgers to me was trash. It was the comp wasn't all night. You do one move, they give you a name, and you don't supposed to have no name. How you get one move? Rutgers help a lot of people though.
No, it did. They put a lot of people in position
A lot of
to do
people
well.
is garbage, and they Rutgers put them on.
So so you saying all that? What was the tournament you was in that said, damn, I gotta bring my A game, or
So
I gotta really turn up. You know,
I
what they
always
say now.
had to, because I was always playing with older guys. I never was playing with my younger
Okay.
guys, so every time I came, I had to turn up.
Okay.
If I come to practice, I turn up. It's always going to be. I
you
gotta
just
turn
ready.
up.
You
Yeah,
ready to
that's
go.
it. Yeah.
On
Yeah, I
site.
would say that about Booger. I think it's certain players that are a certain type of way. And I hate to bring it back to me a little bit, but I will. Like, I would say, like, I was never a practice player. Like, I'm 6'7", I'm 260 pounds.
But
Hard
you
for me to
trying to say
gear
you're
up.
lazy.
Like, I feel like Boog, like, it didn't matter with him. Like he could do this in practice. He could do this if we were playing PlayStation.
He was always ready.
Ready to go. Like, yeah, I needed to sort of gear up to go was the best way I can tell you. I told you this Booger, man, ain't gonna do this. I knew this would happen. Like, 718-239-9200. I didn't give out the number to that caller. You on the air? What we got, y'all?
Yo, it's Bam.
Bam. See, we knew this was gonna happen. I wasn't gonna let this go.
Say son, do son. What up, my dog?
What's going on, man? We said we gotta get an actual, real live reunion of Kenny Kings up in here, man. This ain't right, man.
Yo, Lil, man, that would be some dope stuff right there. We haven't been in the same room in a while.
I literally just asked him that. I said, like, yo, when's the last time you, Charles, Kenny, Booger, when is the last time y'all all been in the room and not playing basketball, just talking and reminiscing about that era? So, this.
It's been a long time, man, long time.
This what we gonna do, man. I'm gonna chase Kenny down. I've been trying to chase Kenny down because he next. And I'm gonna try and get all your hair at the same time. I got Kenny the problem. I gotta get Kenny on that phone. So I know everybody got.
Me and Boogs to make that happen.
Yeah, I think that'd be special, man. I told you we on in the legendary talk, so I want to make sure we make sure we get this right, man. I feel like Brooklyn ain't getting the love they deserve on the basketball tip. Every time I'm uptown, I hear everybody saying, "No, Brooklyn ain't got no ball players," and I always say, "Man, we had Kenny Kings." So I want to make sure we do that.
The one thing I want to say about that and talk about Bugs, man. Like, I love that dude right there, man. The one thing about Brooklyn Lil, you could attest to this, he went to every borough and played. A lot of them ain't come out, bro.
All day.
Yeah, that's facts right
Brooklyn
there.
is different, though.
I mean,
It was like,
say it from somebody uptown, y'all.
Brooklyn is
they was
different.
like, we gonna jump him after the game.
For real?
They
If
said, yo,
you
y'all gonna
lose.
jump us after the game.
This ain't
Y'all
gonna be
gonna
right.
lose anyway. What? They was
to the
gonna lose
A-train.
anyway.
The buzzer gonna be right up there.
Brooklyn is different. It was different then.
Yeah, definitely.
We talking 90s.
Late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s, mid
Now
90s. It wasn't
it's gentrified.
a little. I'm safe.
Then, listen, I'm young, so 97, I just started high school. I can imagine what was going on.
It started to be safe by then.
But when you come, we got respect.
Yeah.
No,
They
I
say, yo,
get
leave
it.
them alone, they gonna leave you alone.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna have people come all the way from uptown and they gonna mess with you. They mess with you, they gotta mess with me.
I
'cause they
get it. It's
violate
just like in that movie, The Go, where Earl Manigo, they come to Brooklyn, they won the game, they got to run to the bus.
Listen,
man.
get real sometimes. But
They got
Bam,
real.
I got a question for you, man. I need a Booger memory, man. I know you guys have been doing this for a long time, man. What's your?
Oh, man.
Yeah, give me something, man. Get the people something. Not even me. How about that, man?
Well, I mean, I had so many playing with it, but the one thing I remember is one time we went to Philly. We had like sea-lock sweatsuits. We drove down in limos, man. And we playing against the team, and like, boys is just wilding on these dudes, man. These dudes is like trying to line us up, though, not trying to line us get out of there, man. But I mean, it was all because we was telling them. Like, they didn't think the shit was real. Like, when we was coming down there, like, it was like, oh, they ain't really that good. He was in there cooking them, man. He told me they gonna do this and that to us, man. But ain't nothing happened.
What city was that? So we can make sure we.
Philly.
That was Philly. All right, shout out to everybody in Philly, man. That's Bam over there. That ain't me.
I mean, it was real shit, though, man. Like Bob said, it was respect at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
You know, they was like, nah, ain't nothing happening, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate you so much, Bam, for calling up, man, and giving that energy to us. What I'm going to do is, man, I'm going to reach out to you off the air because I feel like your angle and what you got to bring to this whole Kenny Kings and this whole basketball thing is important. So I was going to Instagram it, but I want to get it on the air and say right now I want to get you up here so we can have your part of this conversation too on air, man. So right when I get off here, I'm going to reach out to you and we're going to set something up, man.
Yo, Bam. Yo, Swint said, what up, my dog?
Oh, man, come on, man. I said, what's good?
See?
What up?
We gotta wake up, y'all.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're putting this whole American Dream reunion. We're going to get this back together, man. But, Bam, thank you so much for calling, brother. When I get off, I'm going to reach out to you.
No, you keep doing your thing.
All right, love, bro. Yeah. American Dream Radio, King Khalil in the building, man. If y'all don't know, man, that's a gentleman by the name of Mike Lowry right there. Another Kenny Kings, New York City basketball legend. Rutgers legend. Bam was actually the first person to take me personally up to the Rutgers and play.
Okay.
So, you know, I owe him a lot as far as that's concerned. When you talk about people,
let me ask you a question. Can he play? He always segue that he can play.
Listen, man.
I got $5. Who will beat who right now?
Don't you bring up I told you.
I take you to 184th and Morris right now.
We setting up the game with Michael Jordan, LeBron James too.
Yeah, 184th and Morris right now. My schoolyard park.
This is a good one for you, man. What team you always liked in the NBA? What's your team, man? We got Jeff Sessions for a quick.
Team.
Chicago.
When Mike left, I started messing with
Now,
Shaq.
me and Trev, we American Dream. We always American Dream. So I got to ask you, you're a point guard. You definitely know basketball. We own the Chicago Bulls. We just got our money. CBS cut the check for us. Okay. Ty, you got your 33%. I got mine. Trev got his. We went and bought the Chicago Bulls. We made you the GM. You got Kyrie Irving over there.
Yes.
And you got Steph Curry.
Yes.
First pick, who you taking and why?
He gonna take Steph.
Yeah.
Come on now. Don't leave him. He might have surprised me.
That's tough.
Talk to me. Yeah, I want to know. Because I respect your basketball mind, so I'm asking you as the GM. I ain't asking you as Booger the ball player. I'm asking you as the GM, Booger Smith. You now got the job. I ain't gonna put your first name out there, but you got the job. CEO, you got the tie on every day. We in the draft room. You telling me you taking
Curry.
Why?
Because he could do both. He could shoot better than Curry, and he could bring the ball up and get rid of the ball too.
Okay.
So he got a little more than what Curry got.
All right, Irving.
So that's why I would take him.
Okay. And the handle, none of that other stuff, and his ability to score, that won't sway you?
His handle is better, but how to get people involved in the game, he do that better than Curry.
Okay.
You got a point there. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I tell the people all the time, I want to know what everyone thinks because I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to this, and sometimes I want to know. So boom, we got Curry, that's our point guard. Now you got LeBron James and KD still over there. I'm asking you the same question again. Who you taking with our second pick? Me and Trev, the owners now. We paid you a lot of money to be the GM. And I want to know who you take.
I'm a cheap owner. I'm be honest with you. Save a lot of my money.
I'll take LeBron.
You gonna take Bron over KD? Why?
Yeah. He's more physical. KD a little soft and stuff. LeBron more tough and stuff.
I told you.
And since I got Curry and stuff, he know how to send the ball out too. So I will take LeBron.
Okay, I like it. It wasn't no right or wrong answer at American Dream Radio, man. Sometimes we want to pick the mind of some of the greats and figure out exactly what they're doing and what they're not doing. This we're gonna do. It's almost 1 o'clock right now. Ty, we're gonna throw it to you. When we come back, we're gonna dig into your life a little bit, figure out what happened, how you get this whole basketball thing started, and I'm gonna keep it to about 1:30. I hope, man. I know you got a lot of stuff going on and stuff like that.
I'm all right. And shout out to Todd Gibson for signing that contract too.
Yo, shout out to Taj Gibson, man, too. Taj, I know you're paying attention, man. We love you, man. We want you up here, Brooklyn in the building. See what I'm saying? Yeah, American Dream Radio.
Yeah, we was
building,
getting busy.
Y'all see me, I done put this hoodie on. You know it got serious when I put this hoodie on. Don't put no more slam. You started with Annie up. Then you put that slam on.
Yo, Brooklyn's in the building, son.
When I put this hoodie, put one more song on and watch when we go outside what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what this barrel do, man. Like, you can't get me all hyped up, put Annie up and slam on in the same set.
Well, that's Queens we talking there.
It all got me riled up.
Queens is the cousins of Brooklyn, so I get it.
BQE, that love.
I'm gonna take it off because I'm out here getting too emotional and all that. But yeah, we got Bugs in the building, y'all. You're giving us a lot of good information, man. I wanna we always do this when we get our legends here, man. I gotta get into your life a little bit and timeline you a little bit. So I'm gonna ask some questions. I mean, I probably know the answer to, but I feel like the world need to know the answer to a little bit. So I'm gonna bother you a little bit in action, man. Where was you born and what year?
Brooklyn Hospital.
Okay. 74?
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess with you and let you know Wikipedia sucks. If Wikipedia is out there right now, I think they had you being born in Texas or something like that. I'm dead serious. If you ever get a moment, go on Wikipedia one day. They had you being. I knew the answer to it already, but I had to ask because I'm like, yo, I really went on Wikipedia. We trying to do our research here at American Dream Radio, and they definitely had you in Texas. You might want to holler at Wikipedia and let them know. But Brooklyn in the building?
Yeah, Brooklyn in the building.
Yeah, that's dope right there, man. Let me get this straight. So you were born in Brooklyn. What year was that, man?
74.
74. Listen, I do a lot of things to mess up my memory over these years.
That's all right.
I want y'all to know that. Yeah, the short-term memory is the first thing.
We all right, I got
That go,
you.
huh?
Go right away. 1974, man. So you figure about 85, you was about what, 10, 11 years old? What was
Yeah.
you at about 10, 11 years old, man?
In the projects on the basketball court.
Fort Greene still?
Tompkins.
Tompkins?
Mhm,
Shout out
back
to
and
Tompkins,
forth.
man. They ran up to Tompkins
Yeah.
from News and Trust. I don't know what they thought. They was foul just like
real.
us, man. Shout out to everybody in Tompkins, Mossy, the whole best style, man. Love that little area over there. But Tompkins, how long did you live in Tompkins as far as age is concerned? When did you move out of Tompkins?
Never moved. We still in Tompkins.
Shout out to Tompkins, though, right now, man.
My grandma from Tompkins. My
Grandma's
mom's
from
Fort
Tompkins.
Greene,
Fort Greene is okay.
So that's where the places I've been going back and forth to.
All right, so let me get this straight. When did you officially, because I ain't gonna let you get away with this Tompkins stuff, when did you officially become a Fort Greene rapper? Because as far as I'm concerned,
From
Fort Greene, we ain't gonna let this slide. Don't you get on this air and start claiming the Tompkins stuff.
Nah,
Shout out
Fort
to
Greene-
Tom, I'm joking with y'all.
I was in Fort Greene, been in Fort Greene, but I went to Tompkins to stay with my grandmother because that's where mostly I was playing basketball at and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just I was going back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's
Yeah.
right up the block. in
Yeah,
all
so I
honesty.
was
I'm joking
over
with
there
you.
playing basketball in Tompkins and stuff, so that's why.
Where did you say you got your official game from? Would you say it's Tompkins,
Tompkins,
mostly?
yeah.
Okay. So as far as Tompkins concerned, you were there. Obviously, you said you never left. When did you officially say I'm gonna play basketball and sort of start playing on teams and that type of thing? How old were you then?
First, I was 9. That's when I first played on Kenny team.
Kenny team at 9?
Yeah, I was playing unlimited.
Was it Kenny Kings then, or was
Yeah.
it?
It was Kenny Kings then. Yeah,
Okay, at
always
9
been
years
Kenny,
old.
Yeah.
Well, you
Right. So you got to explain it because I'm from the Bronx. So you got to say 9 years old. You was playing with adults.
Yeah.
How old? Like, all right. How old was this
Adult.
to be adult? Like to be considered adult to play with them?
It was unlimited. I was playing with Buck, Pike, you know. Pike, they was Kenny age.
Okay.
They was Kenny age. He
Yeah,
had
I mean,
seen
I know the
Darren,
answer to this already, but yeah, ultimately,
This is a tournament, or this is just
A
regular?
tournament.
Oh, okay.
With Lenard, Booby.
9 years
Yeah,
old.
that's.
I just had to tie your shirt up and shit like this. Shit. Well, I tied
now,
that shit
now,
up.
let me ask you. Let me get this straight so the people can understand this, because I already understand it. I need the people to understand this. At 9 years old, you out there running through these tournaments and stuff like that. Were you effective yet, or were you just out there?
Yeah, I was affected.
Okay.
And you can see it in Soul in the Hole when they show you a little part when I was a kid.
Okay.
9 years old. That's
Yeah.
when I was on Kenny team at that time.
Well, I challenge everybody, man. Go American Dream Radio. We're in the building. Go take a look at Soul in the Hole, please. I'm gonna make you laugh, man. I really went last night and said I'm gonna watch a few minutes of this because I've seen Soul in the Hole 100 times.
And they only
I
got
watched the
all
whole Soul in the Hole
streamers,
last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm up watching Soul in the Hole. Like, I seen it. I know what's gonna happen, but it's such a good watch that I would tell anybody out there, if you are really into sports and into basketball, do part of your history. Go watch Soul in the Hole and a lot of these other documentaries. But I feel like Soul in the Hole is necessary. I ain't even getting Soul in the Hole yet. So 9, 10, you running around playing with Unlimited and all of that. How old were you when you officially, I want to say, got a name? Where did that Booger come from?
My grandma gave me that name.
Did
My
you have
goal
that at
used to
9?
be running, yeah.
I've been wondering that question for a long
Yeah.
time, man. I was just
And
like,
people used to ask me, why you let them keep calling you Booger? I kept the name because it was an easy name to remember.
Right.
You won't forget. You won't never forget a Booger. So,
no.
so that's why I kept it. So
You won't never
yeah,
forget a Booger.
Have you had any other names as far as Streetball is concerned, or have you always been Booger?
On Booger, till people started naming what they up Rutgers, the main ingredients.
The main ingredient?
Yeah, that's the name they gave me in Rutgers.
Who was that, Hannibal or Booby Smooth? You remember which one of them did that for you? The one Hannibal, the
Booby
license.
Smooth.
Okay, shout out to
See,
Booby.
now, I was at one of them games and I heard that name. So I definitely was at the Rugger that day.
See, you just-
when I heard the main ingredient, I heard that name before many times.
Yeah, I feel like definitely once you got uptown, I felt like they tried to put their own spin on what it was. I
Yeah.
feel like Booger was I'm coming from New York. And it's weird because I feel like people actually address you as your nickname more than even your regular real name
Yeah.
for the actual record out there. But yeah, I see that a lot, man. So you get back into the timeline thought of ours. You're let's say we 10, 11 now. They definitely calling you Booger running around the city and like that. When do you feel like as far as age you came into your own? Like as far as like, this is my team, I'm the best player out here. Did you feel like that at
When I started playing basketball, because I seen if you're a point guard, it's already your team. I got the ball most of the time in my hand, 95% of the time. So I choose what I could do with this basketball.
Okay.
So I already knew this is my team. Now I got to get the team they work together.
Where'd that confidence come from? Because I'm gonna be honest with you again, this probably didn't happen for me till I'm like 16, 17 years old. Trev, even outside of sports, just in general, like, you know, that confidence as an adult to say, I got this. Like, where'd that come from at 9 or 10 versus a normal person probably wouldn't have got that till they're like 17, almost an adult? Like, well, where did that confidence come from?
It came early because I had to have that because most of the people I was around, they didn't have the confidence. So I had to have the confidence to give them some confidence. So it was there. It was already there.
Who'd you look up to as far as basketball, either in the NBA or in the city, or who was your actual, who'd you look up to? I watched Michael Jordan all the time. I tried to emulate him growing up a little bit. Obviously, no one could. But who was your official, who was your target? Who was you looking at a lot of times?
Darren, Pipe, all these people was on Kenny team.
Okay.
Darren, Buck, Bernard.
Yeah, I know the
Pipe.
name.
I'm talking about, I was sitting down like, damn, how that nigga just do that? I'm talking about, it was in, I ain't seen that in the NBA.
That's what I was gonna get to.
To this. They was doing it before them, and yo, it was crazy. Bernard and them, my favorite player, they didn't make the NBA. People I was looking up to.
Nice, nice.
So do you feel some sort of way about not making the NBA?
In a way, because I wanted the world to see what I could do, because they going crazy over Michael Jordan, and so imagine they going crazy over Michael Jordan. What they been doing for me, because he ain't been doing nothing for how they loving him, so they ain't see.
They ain't see everything.
Nah.
Yeah.
And that's only why I'm mad, because I ain't get a chance to show them.
Let me ask you a question. You went to that training camp with Mike, right, with Chicago. Did no other teams call you after you did that training camp?
No, when I was coming to pay the money, you had to pay a fee to come and get your shirt in the morning.
Okay.
When I got there to do that, they changed their mind.
Oh.
So I never got a chance to play. So that's why Michael Jordan trainer got mad.
Tim Grover, I want to say his name or something like that. Shout out to Tim Grover. But yeah, I would say that to when you get to a certain level with anything, a lot of politics get involved in it.
I agree.
And honestly, I would tell that to people all the time. I don't necessarily think it's a skill set thing once you get to a certain level. Like, all lawyers are good once you get to a certain level. They're just going to decide who they want to pick to represent a client or represent somebody. So I liked his answer. I definitely think as an athlete, we're more gladiators. So I think that after a while, I want to say this as an athlete because I say the same thing with a DJ. I just think if you feel like you're the best at something, you just want to compete on the highest level so you can show the world that you're the best. So I can understand that from an athletic point of view. So you can understand that from a radio point of view. I know you listen to Star and Buck Wild and all these people for years. Like, man, I'm better than them. like it's just.
I mean, I feel
opportunity.
I never felt like I was better than them, but I wanted just to be there with them
to show
to be named on that level. Like,
and
okay,
I think that's what he that's what he was sort of saying. Like, I don't think he was. I think it was more so you wanted the people to see that, hey, I'm here too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely feel like you didn't get that. That's why I feel like I want to make sure we get these platforms like this to at least tell the people now that they missed something great. So it's a lot of highlights out there that could go back and dig into a little bit. But I'm gonna get into your timeline, and Trev always throwing me off a little bit with these. He got this Tim Grover. We gonna get up to Chicago eventually.
We going past Chicago.
Yeah, we hopefully we get enough time to get into all this. But yeah, I guess right now. So now you're about 15 years old, I think, somewhere in that pocket right there. Where's the first tournament you started to play and started to gain your recognition? Was there one that you say, was it Soul in the Hole or something else? Because like I said, I didn't catch on as far as what I should have caught on maybe to like 96, 95 or somewhere around there. So I'm trying to figure out, when did you actually become Booger that everyone knows?
It was like, because I was playing 10 and under in Citywide and Queens Boulevard and stuff. And it got to like when I was, I think 12. Okay. That's when everything started going.
Start to bubble up and stuff like that. Was it something, did you know you wanted to play basketball for the rest of your life? Was it just like, I'm just playing to play because ain't nothing else to do? But was it something you wanted to do right then at 12 years old?
Yeah, but the NBA wasn't never in my mind. I was playing basketball because I love to play basketball. I ain't never thought that I could make it to the NBA. I never thought I could make it to the NBA. And shit, because it wasn't too many people you've seen, that made it there.
No, I said this before. I think your Sports Illustrated cover gave hope to every kid in the ghetto, I would say, because prior to that, we knew the way to get to the NBA was to go to high school, dominate high school, go to a D1, dominate the D1, then you get drafted by an NBA team. That was the only way we knew how to get to NBA. I think you were the first one to say, okay, he could just play street ball, and Sports Illustrated found you, and now you getting worked out for the Chicago Bulls. That was enough for us in the hood to be like, I'm going to play in the Rutgers. I'm going to play in Soul in the Hole. Like that, it blew those tournaments up because people started to believe that I can actually go from here and make it to the next level. And I say that on a guaranteed thought because a gentleman by the name of Homicide sat in here maybe like less than a month ago, and those were his exact words. Like, once I didn't have anything else, I knew I could come back to street ball and still make a name for myself and get that. But what I'm saying is, prior to you, no one believed that that was the way that they could go ahead and get their rep up or their name out. That was just something to do when we ain't have nothing else to do. Mm-hmm. And then once Sports Illustrated jumped on you, everyone in the hood that was playing basketball was like, light bulb, like, holy man, we can go from here too. Like, it ain't, we don't have to go to North Carolina or Duke. We could just go put it in.
You was that first street ball legend that ever people looked up to and said, I could make it to the NBA? Would you consider saying that?
Most likely, because
I would say if this, no, I want to make it clear so we get this right. I would say if this generation, because shout out to Pee Wee Kirkland, shout out to it's a few other those, Joe Hammond,
Fly Williams.
So there are other people, but what I mean is, and I'm sure you can attest to this if you think about this, street ball had died. And what I mean by that is, like, we had obviously Pee Wee Kirkland and those guys.
Right.
But that was in the 70s. We're talking late 70s going to the earlys. Then it was dead. It wasn't like it was any more street ball players that we were like, oh, he's the next one to go to the NBA out of the streets. It was like Pee Wee Kirkland, and then we're talking about 20, 30 years of silence. Like, it was dead. And then you look up one day, and then you say, okay, the Rutgers are starting to pick up steam again. Dykeman is blowing up a little bit.
But the thing about it, I still feel like the NBA players, they had to show and prove in Rutgers in those street tournaments, because, like you said you could do whatever you wanted to do out in the tournaments and in the NBA. But when they got to the NBA, they was limited on the thing that they couldn't do all them tricks. Yeah. They couldn't really just show they real skills and things like that. So they had to come. Iverson came into the Rutgers. Kobe came into the Rutgers. Durant, you know what I mean? You had to show that you really could hold it down in the street, out as well as be corporate as well. That's
ultimately what I'm saying is, prior to Booger, obviously you want to give Skip a little bit of that love. Obviously you want to give the Terror Squad and them a little bit of love for what they did over at the Rutgers and for the culture up there. But really, I would say prior to Booger, the Rutgers was a graveyard, man. I don't care what nobody say. People was really not traveling from the Brooklyn trying to go to Rutgers to watch a basketball game in the early 90s. It just was not happening. Once Booger and Kenny Kings and Soul in the Hole and them really hit hard, they took that team up to 155th Street, and the Rutgers became a show again. Like, meaning, like, you had to go there. The summertime started to buzz, the Hot 97 and the radio started to touch it a little bit. And then it sort of, obviously after that, Skip and them jumped on the scene. And, you know, what's my guy? I mess his name up right now. But a lot of our New York City point guards that we became legendary started to jump out there. But prior to Booger, I hadn't seen anyone throw it around someone's head in the game during real time.
That was your signature move.
The rap. Where'd you come up with the actual name, the rap, from? Like, where did that even come from?
Like, I was coming home, and my baby mama was coming from getting her hair done, and she was in the bathroom. She was bunning, wrapping her hair. I said, she just got it done. I'm like, I just paid for you to get it hair done. She wrapping it. I said, what you doing? She said, I'm wrapping it up so I could fit it in the thing. So that's when I just called it rap, because people used to say, yo, throw the ball behind somebody's neck. So I called it rap because I seen her how she was rapping.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's basketball language. When I hear certain things like the jelly now, I'm like, I know that's a finger roll. When I hear the rap, wrap that thing around that boy's head, it's almost like I feel like you should have copyrighted it or should have caught a little check from that too. But there's a lot of things you should have caught a check from, man. You remember the first person legs you threw it through?
Oh, nah.
This is what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna stop the timeline for a quick second. I got some names, man. I want to know what they mean to you as I say them, and you tell me exactly what they mean to you, man. Charles Jones. What do you think when you hear that name?
Oh, one of the greatest two guards ever played the game.
How long did you guys? What's that relationship like? If y'all don't know, Charles Jones led the country in scoring at LIU. He was a teammate of Booger Smith's. And also got drafted by, I want to say, the Chicago Bulls, then went on to play for the Clippers later on, and a few stops across seas after that. He's now coaching and doing real well for himself. But Charles is a New York City playground legend, NBA legend, a Charles Jones. So, I asked you that question one more time. Charles Jones, one of the greatest you ever played with. Lamont Jones.
Lamont Jones, his brother was good too.
Yeah.
His brother was good. I used to always play against him, but his brother was good.
Okay.
And he was my coach in pre-team too. When I was little, when I was 9 years old.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
So another name, man, Kenny Kings.
Oh yeah, that's my pop. That's the one who started all this. So he used to be coaching older guys anyway. So, and I started playing with him. Then I just told him, yo, this projects thing ain't gonna be working. We gotta go in the streets. That's back in his projects. Everybody doing working back in the projects. We gotta take them outside. Yeah. So, and I told him we gonna go in tournaments, and that's how we took off.
So let me ask you this: prior to you with Kenny, he was only sort of local, we're saying, projects, Revoit, all that. Yeah, I get it. I played the basketball chitlin circus, we like to call it. But so at that point, y'all decided to take off. So I want to fast forward this a little bit now and timeline you some more, man. Soul in the Hole. How old were you when they started that whole process of filming that?
I think I was, 16?
16?
16.
You do not look 16 when I look at that. You're like a grown man, and not in the face, I mean on the court. Yeah. You're like a grown man. I didn't have 16 even then. I thought you was like 18 or 20 at that point. 16? Mm-hmm. How old were you when you graced the cover of Sports Illustrated then?
Soul in the Hole came out 97.
97, yeah. August 97, sometime
like
in August.
18, 19.
So you was around that same?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you were a very young man the whole time,
Yeah,
too.
Soul in the Hole came out, August 23rd? No, the Sports Illustrated came out August 23rd.
August 18th, Sports Illustrated came out, 1997.
Yeah, so Soul in the Hole came out
August 23rd.
Okay. They came out 97 at the same time.
I was looking at an interview with you when you said you didn't get no money for Soul in the Hole.
No.
And when you say no money, like $0 or just nothing?
I got like yo, don't bring that camera around me. I need some money. Like that. I'll hop like that. But off the thing, nah.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Right, no, I get it.
Paper, you know what I'm saying?
Now,
they said I was in college. I couldn't receive money.
Yeah, you couldn't receive any compensation at the time because he was an amateur athlete. And we actually went into the
they
whole...
probably knew that already.
Of course, all of the guys on the team would have been
amateur
amateur athletes. Think about it. It's no one on Soul in the Hole. These are New York City basketball players, the best in the city. They're headed to college. If they're not in college...
You said you didn't get them, I'm like... What? Like, meaning no money or like
I'll
next to no money, meaning, all right, this little $100,000, I got this already. This ain't nothing.
No. Nope.
Now, I would say this, I guess, was there a situation, did you know that Soul in the Hole would be that big at the time, or was it just like something you just felt like was happening?
No, I didn't know it was gonna be that big.
Like the video, I mean the movie, obviously.
No, I didn't know she was, because it was it was supposed to be a documentary.
Yeah.
But it came out in the movie theater.
Yeah, I remember.
That's what, I didn't know it was coming out in the movie theater.
I feel like that was outside of, what's the movie with, oh, somebody help me out on this for a second now. Now, there's a movie where they record the life of two young men and they follow them the entire time. And then it's not He's Got Game, but
I know you're talking about. His name starts with an L. That's my man too.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Lenny Cook.
Not the Lenny Cook story. Lenny's gonna come up here soon and sit down and talk to us too. Shout out to Lenny too, man. But it doesn't matter. I just feel like Soul in the Hole was one of the first basketball documentary hood movies, I want to say like that. So I would think even at the time, I'm sure you didn't think it was about to be like everywhere like that.
No.
Were you ready for the attention that came with it?
The attention? I was always camera shy, but as you filming me, she just told me to be myself.
Well, no, I mean more so like, how can I put this? I got my nephew in the room. Were you ready for the females and the attention that came after Soul in the Hole, I feel like made you a celebrity? Like, did that
Yeah.
Did that affect you? Like, how did that affect you? Because one point you're Booger from Fort Greene Tompkins, and the next point you Booger on Sports Illustrated, New York City legend, movie out.
Me, it was still the same thing to me. It was more people was caring about that than I was. Cause they like, you on front cover Sports Illustrated? I'm like, I don't got no money. I'm still right here. People was going crazy for that. I ain't even know. Okay. They like, yo, you on this? You on the Billboard? I'm still right here. So it was. I wasn't getting no millions. I wanted money.
I got a question. If you can go back, right? Let's say I can send you back in time to right before all of this happened. What would you have done differently with that Soul in the Hole, Sports Illustrated? Or is there anything you would have done differently in that moment to change right now, I guess? Or, it's sort of an open-ended question because you may not have done anything different.
With that, I wouldn't been playing in the streets much as I was. That's the only thing I'd have did different. The streets, I got caught up in the streets because I was grinding all this basketball. I was grinding, doing. I love the streets. That's what caught me up. That's it, the streets. If I'd have let the streets alone, I'd have been all right. But there was something in the streets I couldn't leave it on.
Now you said you was in college when you did Soul in the Hole, right? Mm-hmm. And you couldn't get on my. Now I understand why. Okay. I got a thing about this whole college and one and done thing. How do you feel about the one and done thing going? What is it? One semester?
You get two semesters.
2 semesters.
You really gonna do one,
like 1 year, and then you could go to the league from there. I feel like they don't have enough experience being there, like you said. They don't play in the park no more to really practice and do it every day and get it going. So for them to be like, all right, I'm gonna go from high school, I'm gonna do college for a year, and then I'm gonna do the league. How do you feel about
rid of that one and done?
That one and done, I swear, is like
for a player.
It's a career killer if you ask me.
Because you need more than one to develop your game. Because you go in there, if you ain't first round pick, second round, you're gonna be on the bench anyway. So why would you want to go there and sit on the bench? You could be down here working on your game, and when you get there, I don't like the one and done either.
I feel the same way. Like you have no experience. All these kids, they running for the check, and they run, and then next thing you know, they get hurt. Boom, that little bit of money, they don't know how to manage.
I mess with Trevor, and I say this to everybody, man. I feel like this is America, and we should have an opportunity to pursue our career vigorously, no matter how old we are. And I say that to say, like, if you look at a Serena and Venus. They didn't go to college at all.
This tennis we're talking about.
Well, this is the argument we have, because he's saying
that's different.
Because of the contact sport, Tiger Woods didn't go.
Tyrone already explained to us how tennis worked outside and how basketball
Woods. I just feel like this becomes a color culture, and this is not towards you. This is just in general. I feel like the young black athlete, it's a problem if he goes early. But if we talk about any other sport, hockey or badminton or baseball, they all go pretty early, straight out of high school. Like, why is it only when we talk about basketball or football, which are predominantly urban, African-American dominated fields?
Those are more contact sports. And when you coming out of college, you 16, 17, 18, your body's still growing.
Okay.
So, all right, all these kids that's doing this one and done thing aren't the elite player. Shaq was an elite player. Iverson, elite player. LeBron, elite.
Yeah.
Kobe, elite. Ben Simmons, not elite.
You're going to stop me talking Ben Simmons.
I'm going with,
he ain't played a game yet.
Exactly.
You
keep proving my point.
He got hurt. I am not going to let this anybody
what's the dude
get hurt.
The first round draft pick
this year for the Knicks?
For Philly. One and done. All these players that just got to the draft this year, 16 of them was one and done. Their career is going to be one and done.
I hope not, man. I like to see
I'm serious. You have to be an elite player to be like, oh snap.
I agree with you there.
He could play in the league.
I agree with you there, but I want to make sure you're clear about this. When you talk about Ben Simmons, that can't be one of the people, but I agree with you in the sense of...
Okay, name somebody that was one and done now, had a prosperous year.
This last year that just passed? Oh, I can't even remember. I'd have to dig into that. I don't even know who was one and done last year. Who was one and done last year?
Prove my point.
What do you mean? Name from last year?
Name a one and done period in recent years who had a prosperous basketball career.
Yo, he got you.
I couldn't. I ain't gonna lie,
Thank you.
I couldn't.
And what I'm saying, like you said, if they went and took the time to go to the Final Four, they probably would be like, all right, I know how it feels a little bit to go to the playoffs or maybe to a championship and know how to react and play this game on a higher level.
Well, listen.
When you're not playing in them parks, those parks is pivotal in your career.
Well, speaking of playing on a high level, man, let's make sure we enjoy this last little 10 minutes of Bug right here. Ty, what I'm gonna do is throw to some music. I'm gonna tell everybody, I'm gonna let Ty throw to some music for about 5 minutes. We're gonna come back. We're gonna get in the last little couple minutes with Bugs and just wrap this whole thing up, man. American Dream Radio, King Khalil, Cool Ass Trav, Bugs in the building, Mr. Life of Your Party, DJ Fly Ty. Give us something, baby. Yep. Always had these good conversations. Some of them happen off the air. Some of them happen on the air, man. It's hard to get to them all because we got so much to get to in a little bit of time. That's what we do here at American Dream Radio. DJ Fly Ty, man, thank you so much, man, for keeping us.
Notice I've been quiet today, right?
Just keeping us moving on, man.
Legends in the building, bro.
Yeah, sometimes when the legends talk, man, you gotta listen, man. That's why I felt like it was important to have them up here. Yo, Bugs, man, I want to thank you so much, man. 2 hours ain't enough to cover everything we want to ask you and talk to you about. So honestly, what I'm gonna do is still, and I do this to everybody, I'm gonna steal a commitment from you on air to get you to come back another day. I don't know what day it is, and I know you're a busy man running around the city taking care of things. So one day, I don't know, man, one of these days I want to get you to come back up here and, you know, we just chop it up some more. And like I said, man, you're a friend to this room and somebody that I looked up to forever. So it ain't no problem with me saying, yo, come up here, this platform is for you to use. And anytime they forget your name, I'm gonna make sure they remember it, brothers. But
Thanks a lot.
yeah, of course, man. We
I'm
definitely
gonna get Kenny up here too.
I want to do that. I think that's gonna be something else. See, I always tell people I got different things going on. So I want a Kenny King's Day where all of y'all are here with Kenny. But I need a Booger Day. That's a separate day from this was your day. I got a Kenny King's Day where all of y'all got to come up and.
Well, you're gonna have to explain this Kenny King. Explain it for all the people that were born in 1982, like myself, who don't know about this.
Kenny King?
This is Brooklyn we talking about.
Kenny Kings is my coach / my pops, and he's the one coaches in Soul in the Hole in the movie. And I've been playing with him all my life, you could say. And he just now he coaching Jeff High School too. He messed with Jeff High School.
Yeah, Jeff just won a city championship recently.
And
shout out to Kenny, man. Shout out to selling all the Soul in the Hole.
So he's a coach.
He's a coach. If y'all don't know, Kenny King is a legendary coach.
His last name is Kings?
No, his last name is Jones.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, the team was called Kenny Kings, obviously.
Okay, cool.
But Kenny Jones, man, he's a legendary New York City coach.
Okay.
Just like my guy from Harlem, I forget his name right now, but Mousy from Harlem in that same pocket.
I know Mousy from my neighborhood. He
Same
lived in my
pocket
neighborhood.
shout out to Mousy, but same pocket of type of person. Light-skinned Mousy, yeah.
With
Same
the
pocket
green
of
truck.
person, just always had a team and
Had a lot of
tournament.
Right, he worked from Terror Squad.
Yeah, I'm always running around the city, always running his mouth, just.
Yeah, no, I know Mousy.
But after a while, he just became so respected in the city that if you want to put a team together, you might want to call Kenny or Mousy to say, hey, I need you to coach this thing.
Bugs, I got a quick question for you, bro.
Yeah, Tom, jump in here.
New York City, I see a lot of the ball players get turned onto the streets a lot, right? So that's NBA and, a lot of the NBA players. I seen the NBA player got shot not too long in the strip club. What is the turn on to the streets for the NBA players, the point guards and the shooting guards? What is it?
The women.
I be thinking this is the rap music and stuff, because there's no sense for them to be getting in a position like that and stuff. And sometimes they never live their life that other people live. So sometimes people have to go straight. There's basketball. So when they get a time to get money and stuff, so they want to do other stuff that they ain't been doing and stuff like that. But I be saying that's wrong. Once you there, it's over. But yeah, like Stephon, little cousin, got caught with the gun.
Yeah, shout out to Basket, man.
He don't got no beef with nobody. I don't know why he carrying the gun. Nobody looking for him.
He was right by the river in Clinton Hills.
He was right by the hood.
I couldn't even.
Right? They get money. Money change a person.
Always.
Yeah, and honestly, I said I ain't gonna touch on that too much, but he definitely got caught with guns more than once too.
Yeah.
So that was just like he got caught in the airport.
Or maybe he was like, maybe he felt like, you a star now and people after you,
Listen,
I'm
you
just
better
saying.
pay higher security. Shout out to Jay-Z. Shout out to 50 Cent. Some of these other people out here that out here moving the right way, man. If you got $8, $10, $15, $20 million, you can hire
It's
security.
not like
That's
$1
just-
million for security. It's
Yeah,
not-
I was about to say I'd have did security for Bassy for like couple. Bassy called me 718-239-9200, man. I'd have held it down, especially in Clinton Hills. You ain't have nothing to worry about that day.
Because there be a lot of them, a lot of people getting locked up, a lot of rappers. I'm like, I don't know.
Foolishness.
Yeah, I'm like,
Foolishness.
it should be over.
So listen, man, we run out of time, man. I got to ball on this timeline a little bit more, so I'm gonna rewind this for all my listeners that's listening. If we run out of time, y'all, I want y'all to just know that we're going to get Bugs to come back up another day, and we're going to keep bothering him on a separate Bug Day. Not a Kenny King's Day, a Bugs Day. But, yeah, man, timeline-wise, I know you said you was on the cover of that Sports Illustrated. We're looking at 17, 18, that type of flow right there. What was your thought when you actually seen that the first time? Because I know that was big. I remember the first time I seen myself in the Daily News, I was hyped. So what was your thought when you actually just by yourself? What's that real thought when you go, oh, that's like, what happened there?
I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. I went to go show my mom. She didn't believe it and stuff. Then my uncle seen it. He said, yo, this is real special because it ain't too many black people that made the front cover of Sports Illustrated.
Made the front cover of anything for something good.
So he was telling me, and I was like, all right. But I liked it though.
Do you still have a cover of that or no? Do you still?
I got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Don't ever
And I don't got
get
it.
out of the way.
I know my soul and whole.
Did you autograph it yet?
You autograph mine? No, I ain't autograph
You
mine.
can't even touch it, nothing
Nah.
like that. This is what I'm gonna do, America. I know y'all paying the Dream America Dream Radio. If anybody got this magazine, just give it to me so I can get an autograph, and it's gonna be like both of ours. We're gonna share it, but I'm gonna keep it in my crib.
Right.
So 718-239-9200. If anybody still got that magazine or that Soul in the Hole tape, if you want to get it to me, word on the street is we can share it. But I'm all jokes aside, man. I think that'd be dope to. Do you have any paraphernalia from that era? Do you still have jerseys or anything that you still hold on to?
Nah.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I don't keep trophies.
No
or nothing.
shirt, none of them shirts you have to tie up.
Nah. Once my grandmother passed away, it was over. I used to have it because she used to have me come clean the trophies every Saturdays and stuff.
Nice.
But when she passed away, her sisters and them came and just started taking all
course.
the furniture and everything.
Shout out to every family in
Yeah.
Brooklyn, Bronx.
He don't do it.
I ain't gonna go on my family.
That was my couch.
I always wanted that. You didn't know.
I got some people, bro. We gotta get it together. American Dream Radio. We here talking to Bugs, man, wrapping this thing up, man. Bugs, who's the toughest player you ever had to play against?
The toughest one.
Yeah, man. I always tell people Ron Artest, I really never felt anything like that on the court.
Oh,
Who
I
was
did
your
him dirty. Shout
shout out to Another world peace. Shout out to you. That was Bugs. I wasn't
dirty.
We need you up here, bro. We're gonna talk about that. Who's your
It was
toughest?
like, you remember Puerto Rican Hector?
Yes.
Yeah. Him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, that's so funny,
Yeah.
everybody, y'all. I know y'all remember some of these names, but Boog is really taking us back for a second, man. And I really want to give
I know a Puerto Rican had this. I know a Puerto Rican.
I want to give you props more than anything because every person you naming right now that you looked up to, that you had tough competition with, wasn't even in the league. And I know for a fact you played against a lot of gentlemen in the league, like the Skip the Malous and the Kareem Reeds who had this chance. But it's shocking that I hear like a Puerto Rican Hector would be the actual person that gave you the most difficulty.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it is what it is. No,
Have you ever played against Mel Tinsley?
Jamal Tinsley?
I talked to Jamal. That's my man.
I believe that too. Shout out to Jamal Tinsley.
My man right there.
It looks like you taught him when you look at him actually.
Boy.
Shout out to NA Rock too, man. Everybody over
Do
there.
you have
man.
kids?
Me, I got two.
Son?
girls.
2 girls?
I got a grandson.
Nice, nice.
Now let me ask you something.
Congratulations.
Do you want would you want your kids to follow in your footsteps as far as sports and like go into the league and things like that?
My grandson.
And your
I
daughters
would
too.
like him.
It's
Right,
about
yeah.
the NBA out here.
I travel her. Once she broke her nails, it was over.
Yeah, my daughter has no interest and she's tall as horrible,
Yeah.
so I get it. I get it.
So
I thought it would have been in the jeans that she like it, but I must
daughter
have
don't
put that
wanna
much work
sweat.
in.
so what
I
about
know.
your grandson? How old is he?
He 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm desperate. I'm trying to get him. He going. He got to. He don't got no choice. I told her, yo, he got to.
Let
man.
them two slide, but he
Yeah. 'cause
all right.
I had 2 girls, and I'm like, yo, I got a boy now. So
You still got that? You still gonna get that tennis ball, huh?
Yeah.
Get that handle together.
Let me ask you about Bugs, the father. Are you more open and let your daughter sort of have a little more freedom? Or are you a strict dad?
Oh, now
Yeah, man.
I do. But before, I ain't like no nigga around her, cause I know the type of nigga I am. You know, we want one thing, so I was trying to keep her away from that. But now,
Yeah, I mean, you
she
know.
grown, now she hold her own. She good.
I'll tell you this, man. Big ups to you, man. We just had Father's Day come by, and I started some trouble. I ain't starting it today, Trevor, but I just want to know, did you have a good Father's Day? Want to make sure we get to that, man.
Yeah, it was cool.
All right, I mess with Trevor and say mothers get everything on Mother's Day. On Father's Day, we don't get to do nothing.
get nothing.
We get the whole thing. Okay. Thank you. I didn't want to have to open the conversation, but I'm glad that somebody out there heard us for Father's Day next
What did you
year.
get for Father's Day?
She what? Hair done,
But she wanted her hair done?
nails. No, on Mother's Day. On Father's Day, I ain't getting nothing.
Like, thank you, Trevor.
Nah.
I told
Nothing for real?
Nothing. I'm like, she gotta be serious.
I got a pack of socks.
Yo,
And
gotta
I
be
said, and I
serious,
split
son.
them up with my cousins. And I don't listen.
Bugs, good
Yeah,
question.
nothing.
How you feel about the Big 3 tournament?
Oh, I went to one of the games too.
But you
first one at the
need to
Barclays?
play in it.
Barclay,
You need to be
yeah.
in it.
You still got
yeah.
got game?
Yeah, I still be playing.
You still all
yeah.
right.
I could have did better than that 3 thing.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. I looked at that Big 3, and I'm glad you're here. So anytime basketball talk, I'm so glad you're here. And I said this, I would talk to you about this a little bit. They look old. That's what I'm gonna say to y'all. I
They
watched.
look old.
Did you see my face?
Oh, but when I said Vince Carter need to retire,
No, hold on.
I said Vince
Time
in the
out.
check.
Vince just got signed
I
today.
don't care.
He's still in the check.
He's still 20 years. He's
I
still,
Still in the
understand
check.
that.
That's
still
what
the
he said.
player of
basketball.
the week.
I
he's
understand
still in
that. I understand
Let it go,
that.
Vince. You in Sacramento now? Let it go, please.
No.
He's in Sacramento.
He's still getting
You act like
money.
you like Sacramento though. You
Dude,
don't,
I
y'all
like-
don't even like Brooklyn Nets. and
I'm tired.
y'all sitting here with
I'm tired
he's
of
at
the
the
Nets.
Sacramento Kings. That's better than the
Nah, I'm
Brooklyn
just happy
Nets.
he played for 20 years, bro. He gonna start this year too. He gonna start.
He has no choice. He's on the Sacramento Kings. What, are you kidding me? Are we serious here?
No.
I'm the one that has no athletic ability in his body.
Unofficial, analytical.
And
We
you
got
talking
the
about
show.
he's gonna start this year? Like that's a great. Yes.
I want him to go.
Are you serious?
I am tired of him.
Are you serious?
I'm tired.
This is not Vince Carter on the Toronto Raptors. This is Vince Carter.
This ain't even.
This is
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter.
He played better than most of the
They're
old
like,
guys.
oh,
man.
you Vince Carter.
That's it.
Oh, I remember. They're gonna say, I remember you when you was on the Toronto Raptors.
718-239-9200. Vince Carter, if you're listening, we
I got a
are
whole lot to
not-
say about this league, yo. They crazy.
Nah, Kobe
You
played
got
20 years.
That Kobe was again elite player. Let's go.
Kobe should have been out his last 2 anyway.
Yeah.
No, he only
stole
messed
the
up
last
his
2.
knee.
Kobe stole the last 2.
He stole it.
Okay, look at the Lakers
Wasn't-
now. Look at the Lakers now. Come
Listen,
on, let's not go there.
We losing focus, y'all. 718-239-9200, man.
Swaggy P.
You always, I knew he was worked up.
He's the
Monday.
black China of the league. Let's go.
Monday.
You want to talk about stealing checks?
He definitely stole one out.
Swaggy
there.
P.
He's definitely
What are you
stole one out
doing?
Golden State, right?
there. Bugs, man.
What are you doing?
So it's 2 o'clock. We start becoming irrational, start losing our thought process and stuff like that. But again, man, thank you so much for being a part of this. To 950 Cavs, man, thanks for calling up. To Bam, we gonna set something up because I need you up here to finish out a little part of this. Bugs, this one I'm gonna ask you, man. I gotta get you to come up here on another day and we just chop it up, man. Like we build friends and we build family. We want to make sure that you're a part of this family and part of the friends in the situation you're here. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't even know when I'm gonna be here sometimes. But yeah, definitely,
It's
man.
real like that.
It like that. We all got women's and personal lives, and we try and just make sure the show is rolling every single time, man. I'm gonna just say to you, man, thank you so much for coming.
Anytime.
I couldn't get to everything I wanted to get to. It would be impossible because I feel like they said with the Tupac movie, I can't squeeze your life into 2 hours. It's just it's too much to happen in that 2 hours. But I want to commend you before you get off the air on doing something for the culture that maybe you didn't know you were doing, or maybe you wasn't, even Sports Illustrated didn't know. But what you did was you sparked the visual and the mind of a lot of gentlemen out here who really didn't have an ability to go to school or play basketball. Because you know everybody like the Jamal Tinsleys wasn't in school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like the Headaches wasn't in school. You know, everybody like to Skip to My Lose wasn't in school. And literally when we seen that cover in 1997, and I want to keep putting that date out there because anybody who could tell me they predate 1997, August the 18th, when I said these names, none of these names were popular in August the 18th of 1997, rather be a Skip to My Lou, rather be a Headache, rather be a Ally Mo, I don't care who it was. In August 18th of 1997, none of these people were popular. you were, and if they want to act like they didn't see this, like a rapper would say, I ain't listening to that song, you're lying. Okay, they seen it. It was as clear as day, so I just want to make sure we get that platform and everybody just know that, yo, you really started this throwing it through the legs, this street ball, this what we now got. I got one question before you get off the air. The and one thing blew up like crazy. It blew up, it went viral, everybody got a piece of that. And I felt like I didn't see you as a part of that as much as I felt like you should have been. I did see Biz, I did see a lot of the other players from the Soul and the whole thing. CJ, a few other guys. How come you weren't really 100% officially part of the N1 thing, and how did that play out towards the end?
I don't know. I think because when Soul and O came out, that's when they did N1. Because when they did Soul and O, she came to me, she wanted to do the movie. It supposed to have been on me, Skip, and Shangar. Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Harlem.
Yeah, Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan. So she seen me play, and she just said, late for it. She said, yo, I'm just going to film you, and that's it. So she started filming me. And I don't know why I didn't get down with them.
Yeah, because I would have thought that would have been a natural.
Yeah.
When I seen, Half Man Biz, Half Man, Half Amazing, or I seen, later on Charles or somebody playing with the N1 team, Skip them. Any of these people, I've always said, like, why they ain't just go get Booger? He sort of was the one who really, I feel like there would be no N1 phenomenon
And
without
half
you.
the time, it was like some people won't come get me, because it would be hard for them to shine when I'm there and shit. That's a lot of people telling me that too.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's probably. I think
they
Jordan
say
had
why
a
they
whole
ain't
lot
get
to
that.
do with that whole Chicago thing. He didn't want nobody to outshine
Man, if
him.
you think that Michael Jordan ain't have his hand in everything that went on in the Chicago Bulls,
I understand, but
no, I'm saying he definitely. I'm
he
saying he
didn't
right.
want to be outshined.
No,
I'm
I'm
pretty
saying
sure
you're right. I'm saying
a
you're
dude
100%
from
right.
Brooklyn guarding another dude from Brooklyn.
On the front of Sports
Right.
Illustrated, yeah, I'm sure he made sure he had the right people in place.
Boogs,
But
what high school you went to?
Western House.
Oh, nice.
You
Junior
went
high
where?
school?
Western House.
Where that's at?
Right there.
Right
to
there,
the
downtown Brooklyn.
J Street.
Downtown Brooklyn,
downtown
yeah.
Brooklyn over there, something like that.
Busta Rhymes
I
went there,
got
Hov
kicked
went
out
there.
in 11th grade for playing dice and shit.
What year was that?
Shit, went to Roosevelt. I went there. They was playing dice in Harlem. I was in the Bronx. I learned that. Right there.
It shows. Trev, he was grounded. You see, I ain't
Yeah,
gonna get
tossing quarters, all that. Yeah. Sorry, Ma.
Ma, we love you, man. This is Cool Ass Trav. We love y'all, man. Yo, everybody on American Dream Radio, we want to thank y'all so much for tuning in today, man. Bugs, again, we want to thank you for being here and being a part of something special, man.
Thanks
This
for
is a
having me.
legendary moment. Yes. We definitely gonna get you to come back again and be a part of something. We're gonna figure something out. Cool Ass Trav, man. Tell everybody what you're doing this weekend so we can at least find you.
I'm Cool Ass Trev on Instagram. No Disrespect Podcast on Instagram and YouTube. You can subscribe to the page. I'm doing my podcast tomorrow. I got a cop coming to the show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm going and I'm pushing the envelope.
I ain't on the run. I'm good.
No,
Bugs, you straight right now. So
She's a retired NYPD officer.
okay.
So I'm digging deep on the issues of today, how she feels about it. That cop that just recently got shot, that was in my neighborhood.
That was crazy.
Was it your neighborhood, Trev?
Yeah, that was my neighborhood. So I'm just, just try to push the envelope with this podcast thing and, get my name out there some more.
Well, that's dope. Cool Ass Trav, man. Make sure y'all tune into that No Disrespect podcast this weekend. Check his page out and everything going on. Fly Tide, man. What you got going on this weekend? Anything I need to slide through? Where I need to be at? Because I'm stalking you. Just tell me where we going.
I got a small, simple weekend. I'm at J Loft tonight. Tomorrow, I'm just chilling. I got a stunt in Long Island, a little private event, but other than that, I'm just chilling.
That's trouble.
Right. Yo, they need a host. Let me know. I'm
You
ready.
heard that? You got to listen to the code word. Fly Tide. A little private thing.
private
Long
thing.
Island. That sound like the Hamptons.
Little
white
pool
party.
involved,
I'm gonna talk to you off the air. Don't worry about it. Obviously, you don't want me in traffic. We going anyway. American Dream Radio. I'm your host, King Khalil 400. I'm stalking Fly Tide all week, and outside of that, I ain't doing nothing special, man. We gonna get back with y'all on Monday, 12 to 2, same time, same channel. Bugs, man. I'm embarrassed you one more time before you get up out of here. I know you mentioned you was playing in the 40 over. Can I sneak and come see you play somewhere? Is there somewhere where we can still?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I'm dead serious about this. Some people still, you'd be surprised.
They show
the
up.
same way people want to see the 40 and over 3-on-3 league, you'd be surprised somebody might want to poke their head in. Where you gonna play at? Just tell me where you playing at.
I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, please, man. And when
we just lost the championship to Biz and them last week.
Word.
It's about to start back up though.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna do for everybody. When he gonna try and tell me on the low, I'll put it on Instagram and make sure y'all all run over there and go watch that game or something like that, man. But legends don't die, man. They live on forever, man. So I want to make sure we keep your name alive forever in these streets. So I appreciate you coming here today and being a part of this, man. American Dream Radio. I'm King Khalil in the building, man. Cool ass Trav Boogs in the building. Mr. Life of your party, DJ Fly Ty. You gotta give us this last 5 minutes because the people can't leave.
Oh, before we go, free ghosts until they free go.
Free ghosts until they free ghosts, man. I know y'all watching Power out there, man. I hate you, Angela. I can't stand you. And somebody beat that little kid ass too.
Ty, take it over, Ty.
Ty, you got it. American Dream.